It's Friday, baby, and with that, let's go ahead and roll out our weekend slate of bets. We got some NBA bets and some NASCAR bets for you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode and kicking off your weekend with me as we finally made it to Friday, baby. That's right, we have made it here. Let's go ahead and make sure we recap yesterday, and then we got a lot of good stuff to get to on today's show. Yesterday was a little bit of a down day for us. Went 2-3 in soccer and 2-2 basketball. Lost a little bit of money in soccer and a tiny little bit in basketball. Down on the day, but not down on the week. Soccer, Dynamo Kyiv, they didn't win on the double chance. I watched that entire game against Villarreal. Dynamo Kyiv, they deserved a goal, but yeah, Villarreal was definitely the better team, which was a little bit unfortunate there, so we lost that one. We bounced back with Granada Molde, over 8.5 shots on target. That game finished with 9. Both teams in that game could not score, unfortunately, as Molde got a red card with about 30 minutes or so to go in that game. So that pretty much sunk their chance of getting a goal and killing that one. And also Shakhtar also did not get a goal, which was really unfortunate. They had 4 good. They only had 4 shots on target, but they were all really good shots on target. So just unfortunate that one of those couldn't find the back of the net. Roma, found the back of the net a couple times, so we just needed Shakhtar to get a goal and unable to do that. We did get both teams to score and over 2.5 to hit in Olympiacos Arsenal. There were 4 goals total in that one overall. And overall, Olympiacos got their goal again, another Arsenal mistake. I mean, Arsenal did it again. They are really bad on the defensive side, just gifting teams goals. And, thankfully for us, we were on the right side of that one and got that. So down 0.55 units in the soccer action. Rolled that in the NBA. Again, 2-2 on the NBA. We got Jerami Grant over 23.5 points. I'm not sure how many he finished up with, but at one point I saw he had 32 points. So, yeah, I mean, he's all the Pistons got. That's a good player to back because he's, just the go-to player on that team, the guy that looks to score the points. So that was a good one. We got Nets against the spread. I think it was minus 2.5, and the Nets were able to cover that one relatively easy. Most of their, good performance was in the second half. It was close in the first half, but second half the Nets were able to pull away there and give us a nice cash. The Bulls did not get the victory. Unreal, the Bulls did not get the victory. I mean, the books cleaned up. According to Twitter, the books cleaned up on that game. Just shocked. They know Joel Embiid, no Ben Simmons, and the Bulls can't get the victory. That was a heartbreaker there. And then the Warriors couldn't cover the spread. They got blown out there by the Clippers. So, yeah, down 0.09 on the NBA, so down just a little bit. Overall, down 0.64, but still positive on the week. And that's a positive thing that we can take from this, as we're up 0.76 units on the week, and that's exactly the positivity we'll take. How's everybody doing in the NBC Sports Predictor League there on the golf contest? How are you guys doing? If you guys went and looked at your entry, I'm sunk. I'm already fucked. The guy I got winning the tournament, McIlroy, shot a +7. Another one of the guys I picked got a +6. Another guy I picked got a +4. So I'm done. No point even logging into that app and checking golf scores all weekend when the guy I picked winning the tournament's got a +7 on round 1. Not going to get it done. Hopefully you guys are doing better than me. Otherwise, something else I mentioned, still getting kicked in the dick by Bryson. Yeah, did a free $12 bet on DraftKings, had a free $12 after completing one of the missions on DraftKings, and they did an odds boost or give us 3 golfers just to hit the opening fairway. And Bryson wants to kick us in the dick again, just like he did on the FanDuel odds boost there on the tournament there a few weeks ago. I mean, God, the other 2 guys hit the fairway perfectly, and Bryson was just in the rough on the right-hand side. So, yeah, I couldn't cash a free $12 bet. Wouldn't have done that if I didn't have the free $12 bet, but I thought it was a good spot to use. I really wasn't liking anything else on the slate, and the free $12 bet was about to expire, so just thought it was a good opportunity to go ahead and pull the trigger. But nope. Bryson with the good old kick in the dick again and making us so we can't win a bet. Barstool was launched in Illinois yesterday, so got a free $10 bet out of Barstools. Haven't added that to my unit count or adding that to my bankroll. It's a free $10 bet. Let me go ahead and make a $10 bet, see if I can win the $10 bet, which then I'll get back a unit or so, and then if I win, I'll go ahead and add that into here. But I haven't added it into the bankroll yet, but it's certainly sitting there pending, ready to find a winner. We'll go ahead and place it and see if we can take Barstool's money. All I did was sign up. And they gave me $10. So I'll take a free $10 out of Barstool's. Appreciate it. And then the last thing I'm going to announce here, guys, before we get into the bets is Premier League. Much like I did on last Friday night, I'm going to do it Friday afternoon, though. I'm going to do it about 2 o'clock this afternoon. So 2 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to jump on YouTube Live, go through all the Premier League games, go through some of the bigger games also in Serie A, La Liga, and Bundesliga, and make bets for my soccer weekend. So I'll do that on YouTube Live. I had a good time doing that last Friday night, hanging out with a few of you guys, making bets, talking our way through the game. So we'll do that today. We'll do it at about 2 p.m. Central Time, and that's also right when the Newcastle-Aston Villa game starts. So I'll have that game on as we kind of just talk soccer, put in some bets. I wanted to bet that Aston Villa-Newcastle game, but under 2.5 was at minus 167. That's just a price I'm not feeling comfortable with. But that's the bet I would make on that game, is under 2.5. But yeah, I'm just not betting at the price of that high. That's a little too much for my liking. So we'll take a pass on that game, but we'll watch it, and we'll put in some bets over on the weekend soccer action across all the major leagues. So look for that today at 2 p.m. Central Time on YouTube Live. Otherwise, let's go ahead and jump into some bets. As I mentioned, got some NASCAR bets and some NBA bets. Let's go ahead and start off with the NASCAR bets first. The first guy I'm going to go ahead and take is I'm going to go ahead and take Eric Almirola over Matt DiBenedetto at minus 115 over at DraftKings. Look, Almirola's got the better numbers at Phoenix at this racetrack, and he's also got the better numbers at Richmond and New Hampshire, which are similar racetracks to Phoenix. So Almirola's better at all three of these racetracks. His average finish is about 7 to 9 spots better across those three racetracks, and his better driver rating is about 20 to 35 points better across those three racing tracks. Almirola has got the 5th best numbers overall at Phoenix. He's got the 4th best numbers overall at New Hampshire. And Almirola, to win this bet, just needs to quit playing bumper cars. He needs to quit doing what you and I used to do when we were 10 years old at your local little, go-kart arena when we're bumping into our brother or sister or our buddy. He needs to knock that shit out. He crashed 2 weeks ago, crashed last week. If he can just avoid playing bumper cars, he should certainly cash over Matt DiBenedetto. So that's what we'll do. We'll keep our fingers crossed. He can keep his paint off other people's paint. And Eric Almirola over Matt DiBenedetto at minus 115 over at DraftKings. The next bet I want to do here on NASCAR, I'm going to take Kyle Busch over Joey Logano at minus 115 over at DraftKings. Look, Kyle Busch may have started to figure out. He struggled last year. In the COVID when they weren't doing any practice or qualifying. His team could not get their car right. Maybe they're starting to lean on some of that experience and they're being better. Because he got a top 10 finish 2 weeks ago, and he got top 3 finish last week. Both of those results would have beaten Logano in each of those results of the last 2 weeks. So it looks like Kyle Busch may be coming into it. The number 18 car's got the best average finish of 3.33 at this racetrack at Phoenix, which is 10 spots better than Joey Logano. And he's got the best driver rating at this racetrack at 125.9, which is 27 points better than Joey Logano in the last 6 races at Phoenix. His worst finish at Phoenix in the last 6 races is 11th place. The number 18 car has got the better average finish and driver rating at Richmond, which of Richmond and New Hampshire, I think Richmond is a closer comp to Phoenix. So, yeah, Kyle Busch is better than Logano at these 2 racetracks of Richmond and Phoenix. More importantly, Phoenix, which is obviously where they're racing this week. I feel like he's getting some of that momentum. Got a top 10. Now he got a top 3. This one's going to be nervous just because it's 2 big boys, but we're getting good value at minus 115. I think Kyle Busch can take down Joey Logano, so it's minus 115 over at DraftKings. All right, let's go ahead now to the association. Before I do that, there is one more NASCAR bet I am considering. I am considering one more, but the head-to-head matchups aren't up yet on FanDuel and PointsBet. And I've noticed they've been putting some different head-to-head matchups. So before I pull the trigger on this third one that I like, I just want to see if I can get a better one that I like through FanDuel and PointsBet once they put theirs up. Theirs normally don't come up till Saturday or later on in the day, into the evening on Friday. So we'll look for that. So we'll either make a bet off one of those, or I'll throw in this third one that's also on DraftKings there for you. But look for me on Twitter to go ahead and make that announcement once I know what the other head-to-head matchups are. All right, now let's go ahead and go to the association for tonight. Let's go ahead and look at the NBA action. Let's start off with this Pacers-Lakers game. We're going to go right back to KCP, and we're going to do under 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And you can find that at minus 110 over DraftKings. We know this quite well. We did this exact same bet on March 2nd against the Phoenix Suns, and we cashed that bet. And all he did was come back and cash his next bet. We didn't bet it, but he came back and cashed. And in that game, he went 4 from the field goal range. He even got 10 points and still didn't and still would have cashed under 13.5 because he only got 1.2 assists. So, yeah, just a guy that's not involved heavily in the offense, not shooting the ball all that well. His averages of points, rebounds, and assists don't even a total 13 plus. So, yeah, let's just hope that he can keep cashing these unders for us. And that's what we'll look to do with KCP under 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And you can find that at minus 110 over at DraftKings. The next bet we want to do for you is we're going to go back to Sabonis, a guy that we obviously know quite well. Sabonis over 20.5 points, and that's minus 108 over at FanDuel. The Lakers are ranking in the bottom third at defending the power forward position without Anthony Davis. If you look at their season total numbers, you think they're not doing that bad. But once you start looking at the last 10 and the last 14, they start ranking in the bottom third of the league in terms of defending the power forwards. They're allowing 25.6 points to power forwards in the last 14 days, and that's on 52.5% field goal percentage. Marc Gasol's out, so that should just make the paint area a little bit easier, not having to deal with him. So, yeah, Sabonis over 20.5 points, and you can find that at minus 108 over at FanDuel. Then the last NBA prop we're going to do for you here is we're going to our boy Jokic, Nikola Jokic, over 25.5 points, and that's minus 104 over at FanDuel. Look, the last 10, this Grizzlies defense ranks 23rd defending within 6 feet. They rank 30th defending within 10 feet. They rank number 25th within the paint non-restricted area. They're giving up field goal percentage of 57.1 to centers in the last 14. It's 58.3 over the last 30. Both of those rank in the bottom third. This is a nice spot for Jokic to have himself a good game, feeling rested coming off the All-Star break. So go ahead and hit over 25.5 points, and that's minus 104 over at FanDuel. The other bet I'm eyeing is Rudy Gobert versus the Rockets. There's no numbers up yet on DraftKings or FanDuel for Rudy Gobert, but we know the Rockets just suck at defending everything in the paint. I may look to do points and rebounds with him because he should have like a ton of rebounds. I mean, there's no even, they're sitting down PJ Tucker until they can figure out his situation. Daniel House missed the game last night, so maybe he's a little iffy. We already know they don't have a real center. They got a third string center, so I may look to play his points or maybe his points and rebounds. Just got to see what the numbers come in at. So look for me on Twitter and maybe pull a trigger on Rudy Gobert right there. And I want to pull some triggers on some against the spreads, but boy, the numbers are crazy. Like that Jazz line is 15.5 against the Rockets. I mean, I think the Rockets will get their ass kicked, but 15.5 points is just a lot of points. So I kind of do like that. Kind of like taking the line there in the Nuggets-Grizzlies game. I like that one as well. So, yeah, I'm just kind of mulling over some against the spreads and money line. So, again, kind of look for me on Twitter if you want to go ahead and pull a trigger there. I did have one more bet for you guys. I was going to tell you guys UVA over Georgia Tech. I went ahead and used that profit boost on DraftKings. It was at minus 124 over at DraftKings. And then UVA literally about 10 minutes before I got on here, I figured I'd just go ahead and pull up Twitter, see what the hell's going on in Twitter land. And the game's been postponed. UVA's got some COVID issues going on, so Georgia Tech advances past them. So no longer have that game. So now I still do have my profit boost of 50% to use on DraftKings or on any college game between now and Sunday. If there's a college games you guys absolutely out there love, let me know. I was obviously going to do it on UVA or Tech. I thought that was a real nice spot. Would have been, a sweat because that's what UVA does, but I felt comfortable with it. But with that being said, it's time to go find another college basketball game, or just don't force it. I mean, I'm not dying to use that profit boost. If I use it, great. Hopefully they give it back to me now that bet's been voided. I need to log in at DraftKings and make sure they went ahead and give me that back. But either way, so that's that. Let's go ahead now. There's 2 questions on the Fox Bet Super 6 app quiz show that revolve around sports. I'm going to go ahead and give you both my answers. The first one, I'm going to go ahead and give you Dustin Johnson. Look, I mean, he's the number 1 golfer in the world. The other guys are right there as well. But let's see if Dustin Johnson can have the best round 4 score on Sunday as he competes for the Players' Championship. And for the next one, I did 6-8. I think there will be 6-8 Big Ten team. And I used Joe Lunardi off ESPN. This guy's really good. He seems to get it right more times than not each and every year. He's got Maryland, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa, Michigan State, and Purdue all in there. So that falls right into that 6-8. So that's why I'll go ahead and answer that on the Fox Bet Super 6 app. All right, guys, that's how we'll do it today. We'll roll out those NASCAR bets and the NBA bets going on tonight. Again, we've got a couple other things that we're eyeing, so we may play it. Just look for me on Twitter if I go ahead and pull the trigger on those. Otherwise, hope you guys have a fantastic Friday, a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you back on Monday's show. Have a good one. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.